Hi everybody, this is Shelley from Healing Intentions, and this is our new moon forecast for January 30th, 2014. Now I realize that the calendar says that the new moon is on January 31st, but from what I understand, from what I've read, it's actually today, which is the 30th, and the Chinese New Year is tomorrow, which is the 31st. Now the Chinese New Year is the year of the wood horse, which is a very interesting exciting year coming up. Basically, from what everything that I have read, it means that we will be moving forward faster. We also are going to want to be having an awful lot of fun. But in that, we also need to be aware that we have to pay attention to the choices that we make. We have to be really paying attention to, we may want the enjoyment, but we also have to take care of the responsibility aspects. So just try and keep balance. That's basically what it's all about. Just keep balance in everything that you're doing. Okay, so with that, we'll now move on to the new moon forecast. Okay, now this new moon is actually really interesting because the last one we were really being asked to look at what wasn't working, what was going on, all the stuff that was happening with that. And now this new moon is reinforcing that, but in a manner in which is not always easy to deal with. What I mean by that is that a lot of people are feeling tired and bodies aren't quite functioning the way we want them to, and we're actually feeling very run down. And I know that there's been a lot of fears with illnesses and stuff, but personally, what I really believe and know and have researched is that our bodies are being downloaded, and our DNA is being changed. Now, this is a very exciting time. A lot of people are having a hard time understanding this. Even I do. So I just keep trying to read what my intuition tells me is something that could hold some valuable information. So I ask all of you to use your intuition and to use your best judgment and see what sits right for you. Okay, not everything that a person says you have to agree with. So whatever sits with you, then allow that to become a part of who you are. But what I have really witnessed and what I know is that when we are asleep, it is the easiest time for our life paths, our purpose, our bodies, our minds, our emotions, everything about us to be adjusted without an argument from us. Because when we're awake, we tend to have our ego and our opinions involved. So the trick of it is that when we're sleeping, everything gets done, and it gets done at a very fast rate. So allow yourself to accept that. Okay, accept the changes, accept what's going on around you, to the fact that if you're being asked to rest, then rest. Okay, now I also know that we also feel a little pressure to get some stuff done. It's a new year. We want to start a plan. We want to kind of get started with where we're going and what we're doing. I also know that with that, what's happening is that we're being asked to release what is no longer serving us. We've been being asked that for the past year. But now, with having the two new moons this month, if we didn't do it before, or if we haven't listened to our intuition, or if we really have not allowed ourselves to admit the truth to ourselves, then I'm sorry, but now it's going to be coming hard and fast. Okay, so that means that you're going to have to allow yourself the time and the space to adjust to these changes, to even honor yourself by accepting that, you know, sometimes we don't always know what's right for us or what's good for us. And even if we believe we do, I'll tell you one thing: if you get out of the box and you allow yourself to be shown all the possibilities, there's so much more than you can actually even comprehend. So instead of limiting yourself, allow. That's the main point. Also, too, I've noticed that there's an awful lot of movement towards not being able to focus on ourselves as individuals, but becoming together as a we culture. Like-minded people, people that make you feel good, people that you like being around, that are actually healthy for you. You'll also be noticing that some of your relationships have really been taking a change, and sometimes you're feeling like you want to mourn because your friends are no longer your friends and now you're having new ones. But in actual sense, if you were to step back and actually look at where your life is and where their life is, I betcha you'll see that they're not on the same page as you, which makes it hard to have a relationship. Now, I'm not saying that it's easy to deal with this, but what I'm saying is that if you can allow, again, allow this to occur, new avenues, new possibilities, even healthier relationships will make themselves known. Okay, and this comes with the freedom and the liberation that I keep hearing from different people sites I've read, even the messages that I'm getting from sources, that we have the freedom. We have the freedom to really have in our lives what we want. But instead of mastering the status quo, we need to liberate ourselves into knowing that we can now choose where we want to be, what we want to do, and to allow that to be beneficial to us in all ways, not just how other people see it or what we think is supposed to be the right and the wrong of it. Okay. I also know too that I've been finding an awful lot of colors that are similar around me. I'm always surrounded with purple, but what I've really been noticing is that there seems to be a lot more vibrancy to it. There's more, um, there's, I don't know, it's strange, but I want to actually say that there's um, energy that's coming off of the colors. So whatever colors you're attracted to are the colors that are trying to help you maybe focus on a certain area of your life that needs a little bit of help. Okay, so I'm not quite sure I'm clear on that, but I think if you trust your intuition and you actually listen to how it connects to your body and what's going on, I believe that you will find the answers that you're seeking. And I know that trusting your intuition for some has not always been an easy task, but it's going to be continue to become easier. Okay, so again, allow. That's a big word. And let me tell you, it's not always easy to do. I know. But I've been finding lately that by being honest and really truthful with myself, that the changes that I've been making have actually paid off in the long run. And I know in the future will be putting me in a much higher degree of happiness and love and support that I want in my life. Okay, so I think that's about it for this one. Just remember now, the main thing is allow, trust your intuition, really stand in the freedom and the liberation of that, you're capable to do and go to a whole different place and level. And remember too that if you need to sleep, it's because you're being adjusted, and you're being adjusted in a gentle manner instead of having to go through a war. Okay, so I hope this helps. It's a little bit longer today, but there is a lot of information to cover. I'm grateful to everybody who shares my posts. I'm grateful to everyone who even takes time to listen to these postings. So have a wonderful day. Enjoy the new moon. Enjoy the Chinese New Year. Really open yourself up to all possibilities. Try really hard not to limit yourself by the human boundaries of society, and just grow and shine and be filled with love. Take care, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.